From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Asian markets tanked this morning, and European markets are down sharply too, following last week's two-day meltdown on Wall Street. U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One last night that he won't back down on his sweeping new tariffs, and he's not concerned about the massive sell-offs. Here's reporter Allison Cossack.
The sell-off in reaction to President Trump's tariffs on U.S. trading partners. Trump last night returned to Washington after a long weekend of golfing. He compared the volatility on Wall Street to an illness.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
Tariffs on more than 50 countries are set to go into effect later this week.
Global trade is in chaos. Tokyo's Nikkei index lost nearly 8% in trading today. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index plummeted 13.2% at the close. China today has accused the U.S. of unilateralism, protectionism, and economic bullying with its tariffs and by putting America first over international rules. Prime Minister Mark Carney says he spoke yesterday with his counterpart in the United Kingdom about the fallout from the U.S. global tariff campaign. A readout from Carney's office says he took a call yesterday with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer about America's unjustified trade actions and the need to strengthen our ties with the UK. Carney shared more about that call last night while he was campaigning as Liberal leader in Victoria.
He has come to the same conclusion that the world has changed and that our old relationship with the United States is over.
Today on the federal campaign trail, with 3 weeks to go in the election campaign, Mark Carney will spend the day in BC with an announcement in Victoria, a meeting with Premier David Eby, and a rally in Richmond. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre will fly from BC to Edmonton for a rally, and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh will make an announcement in Toronto. The man accused of killing 2 children and injuring 6 others when the transit bus he was driving crashed into a Montreal area daycare 2 years ago is due back in court today. Both the Crown and defense are expected to argue at the Laval courthouse that 53-year-old Pierre Ni Saint-Amand was not criminally responsible due to a mental disorder, as 2 experts concluded. And rural and northern Ontario hospitals are anxiously awaiting word from the provincial government on a program that helps them keep ERs open.
Health Minister Sylvia Jones's office has said it's working on a permanent solution after the temporary program expired. But in the meantime, the people who work to keep ERs open are concerned about filling those shifts. The temporary locum program pays doctors an incentive to fill ER shifts in more remote places, with many of those physicians coming from urban parts of the province. Alison Jones, The Canadian Press, Toronto.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, it looks like the Toronto Blue Jays have made a deal with slugger Vladimir Guerrero Jr. A source has told the Canadian Press Sunday night they've agreed on a long-term contract extension, 14 years, worth $500 million U.S. More from Canadian Press sports reporter Greg Strong.
This is a much-needed good news story for the Blue Jays, who took big swings in the offseason but couldn't land top free agents. They did sign slugger Anthony Santander and closer Jeff Hoffman, but couldn't land top-tier free agents. Locking down Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was critical for a franchise that could have had its competitive window close after this season.
In the NHL, Alex Ovechkin scored a power play goal, then flopped to the ice as the Washington Capitals captain celebrated career goal number 895, surpassing Wayne Gretzky's all-time record. And the Toronto FC are still winless in Major League Soccer play, but they did manage a 1-1 draw Sunday against the powerful Inter Miami. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.